Woo. That wind is kicking up some dust, plus we got a lot of people out here. We're planting berries though. Alfredo! Farmer Froberg here, and welcome to my November 2024 and a little bit into December of 2024 farm vlog. Another day of planting. Been getting a lot of rain, so we're a little behind, but we're making it happen. My boots still not good. Need a new pair, but that's all right. Littler Farmer Froberg's out of school today, and he's helping us plant strawberries. Planting strawberries. Well, the ground that I'm mowing right now has sunflowers and zinnias on it, and here in the next 60 to 80 days, we'll be planting our first tulip crop on it, which is very exciting. All right, let's plant some 1015 onions. The Thanksgiving push here at the farm is always a big deal. We're gonna pick mustard greens for the next probably 4 days. Just spend the full day picking mustards and a few turnips. And right now, we're starting a day early to try to stockpile in the cooler, and then we'll just try to keep up with the demand. We'll just try to keep up. We have people come from all 21 counties in the greater Houston area, and so here we go. Well, there they are, my new Danner boots. We're gonna give these a try and see how they go. Here's my old boots on the boot dryer. They had seen better days. Me and Renee are starting the morning by fertilizing the strawberries. While we do put a pre-plant granular in the ground, throughout the year, once the plants are planted, we run fertilizer through our irrigation system. So we have an injector point right here, that right there, and then we have a tank that we've already pre-mixed, and we'll plug it into this injection point here, and we'll run down all of our rows. So we'll go and do this to each valve. Each valve is about an acre, give or take. Most of them are a little bit more than an acre, but what we're starting with today. All right, got my man Fabian here. We're gonna load up some tomato stakes to take over to the Christmas tree farm. We gotta be careful though, it's a little wet. And Danner boots still holding up. I got dry feet. Our reoccurring characters, Nick, Joel, and then Fabian, are gonna pull some watermelon plastic that we had left in the ground. These are all some young high school kids that, well, they're young men that work for us on the weekends and their school holidays. And they do an awesome job. I have a few sows that are probably due in the next 3 weeks or so. And so we're gonna do a little labor check. The signs are pretty obvious when they're about to farrow. And so as we get closer, I just like to walk through here every day or so and do those little checks. This is one of our newer sows. And she's definitely bred. I think she's still got about 3 weeks. Big Red! What's up, buddy? You doing all right, man? I know, I miss you too, man. I didn't come see you yesterday. So she is obviously pretty well along, but not showing any signs yet, so. Well, everybody looks good. Nobody looks like they're getting close, which is all right. I don't expect them for another 3 weeks or so. I just like to make sure that my dates aren't off and all that good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and check on our feeder pigs as well. These are the pigs that are the next to be processed. What's up, guys? Oh, looking good, enjoying some pumpkins. They've almost cleaned up most of the acorns and pecans in this area, so we'll probably end up moving them here. But they look good. You can see they're well conditioned. They're not, they might be slightly overweight, just a tad. Like that one might be slightly overweight. This red pig here looks pretty good. We've been spending a lot of time the last couple weeks over here at the Christmas tree farm. We open up on Black Friday, which is just a couple of days from now, the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm just kind of going through and checking, making sure everything looks good. We got some little cutouts here. All of our trees are tagged. We're doing a nice little fresh mow. In fact, I just saw Kiko. There's Kiko mowing. Yeah, just doing a little check, kind of making a list, checking it twice of things we need to do. So we are working on this ground right now. This is our tulip ground. We had zinnias here in the fall, and we'll be planting tulips in the next 30 to 45 days or so. And so we're just kind of working it, keeping it clean. We're gonna row it up. We're gonna seed some ryegrass on it, and then we're gonna go ahead and work the rows again to kill all that ryegrass, and then plant tulips. So this time of year, when we're so close to opening for the trees, but we've been really proactive because Fall Festival is over, I kind of have to stay in front of our staff in terms of planning. So I make sure, okay, you know, as we move from this to this, we're going to do this. And so right now I'm scouting these berries, and I'm thinking we're going to pick tomorrow. We, you know, with Thanksgiving coming up, we give everybody off Thanksgiving Day. And looking at it, I would say that Thursday would probably be best. That's Thanksgiving. So I think what we'll probably do is pick tomorrow. That way we have all day tomorrow and all day Wednesday. Tomorrow would be Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. So we're gonna pick all day, or we'll pick tomorrow. We'll sell berries tomorrow. We'll sell berries Wednesday. And then selfishly, we'll have some strawberries at our Thanksgiving table as well. These look good. Got my main man with me now. We're gonna go do some record keeping on this fertilizer. We just need to double check what we're putting out to make sure it's accurate.
You'll see some of them are these 2 rows.
How big are they?
These are going to be the perfect ones. They're completely, but
I thought we were fertilizing berries, not eating berries. So these are our Christmas trees for next year. So we have this barrier up, and we're gonna make a barrier here just so we can easily direct people to the trees that we will be selling this year. Me and Carson came out to film a video about pigs over lunch, and this pig is loving these belly scratches. All right, we're done at the tree farm, and we're gonna plant some onions. Cebolla, Pancho.
Cebolla, Taylor.
This was a little, half of this little block here stays pretty wet. And so we're just gonna plant, they got some berries over here. We're just gonna plant about halfway down there, draw a hard line, and just plant this half that stays well drained in onions. Are you a farm kid if you don't ride around on the farm in the bed of the truck though? Come out. All right, we marked the tulip ground off, and Renee's bedding it up now. So we'll be ready once it's bedded up like this. We'll actually go ahead and seed the ryegrass. It's looking good. We are seeding ryegrass in our tulip field. We're hoping that it gives us a nice photogenic look.
This guy is taking the train.
Shaking all the squirrels out, shaking everything out. All right, you got an audience. Make sure you got
I'm gonna video that.
Well, we just finished our Christmas tree season, and I videoed nothing during it. Maybe just a few clips because we were slammed. I want to show y'all what the field looks like. Nothing but an empty field. A few straggler trees left. We're going to take those over to the store and see if we can sell them pre-cut. But what a Christmas tree season. All right. We're gonna get ready to plant some greens here today. We got a little field down there too, and Kiko is right there on the tractor finishing up the other side. We got some greens here in the middle, but we're gonna plant some more. Well, there it is, the empty Christmas tree field. If you look in my mirror, I'm taking a few trees to the store, just a couple that were left. It's all empty. All right, we are planting some Florida broadleaf mustard greens this morning. We got this little block ready yesterday. Some pre-plant fertilizer, rode it up, and then we decided to roll it. That'll kind of give us a better tabletop to run that planter on. That planter runs really smooth whenever it's got that tabletop. So looks good. Got some more greens over here. All right, we're gonna do some more injecting today. Berries are moving along fantastically. We actually picked from this little block about 4 days ago. Not a lot, but you know, stuff like this, just kind of cleaning them up. These are San Andreas strawberries. They look pretty good. All right, for the first time, we're gonna run the tulip planter through the ground and test it. I think we already see we need to raise some stuff up. So it's no secret that I really don't know anything about raising tulips, but we are planting about 3 acres of them. This is the story of our tulips. We are rolling, so this is some tulip planter we got. It lays an irrigation line for us, digs the furrow, and does it all for us. It's a nice little machine. We're pretty happy with it so far. We also don't know what we're doing, so. Do you ever have those duh moments where you're like, obviously that's the case? So what I've just recently learned in the last 3 minutes is that, right, you need more smaller bulbs to cover an area and fewer larger bulbs. And so as we are loading the hopper, it's taking a different number of bins per row based on the size of the tulip. And I'm like, well, of course it is, duh. This is not something you think about when you don't know anything about tulips. Well, I just walked into the pig pasture, and there is a litter born right in the pasture. All right, they're settled in the barn. You might be wondering why one shot they ferret outside and then now she's at the barn. And that's just because we have some rain coming tomorrow, the next day. Temperatures right now, they're not cold, but they're not hot either. It's about 60 degrees. So, you know, 50 to 60 degrees and wet, not great for piglets. Would they be okay out in the pasture? Probably, but like, it's not that hard to bring them inside. So, you know, if it was 75 degrees and dry, I would have left them out. But a little chilly, wet, we bring them in, and they can be nice and comfortable. Mama can be by herself too, not be bothered by the other sows. One thing that is interesting about this specific litter is The sire, the dad, solid red pig. The dam, which is the female, kind of a lighter red and tan. And we got 4 dark brown spotted pigs. You just never know, I guess. So I have a buddy here in town that owns a beautiful nursery, and he does all of our landscape work here at the farm. And I want to show y'all what he did for us at the Christmas tree farm. So we had this old tractor, and this is at the entrance. I mean, that's stunning. It's beautiful. We're so proud of it. Well, here they are. Our first laying hen flock. This was our first flock of laying hens to successfully raise on pasture. This is the one we did the big long video about, but the 2 years has come to an end. So they've laid for 2 seasons, and so it's time for them to be cycled out and a new flock to come in, and those are already brooded and ready. So these ladies will be leaving today. They will be heading to a different buyer, and the new flock will come and just jump right in and take over where these ladies left off. They've done such a great job for us, not just in producing eggs, but in fulfilling like our desire to raise chickens and in improving this pasture. This was just an old Gulf Coast prairie that needed to, it needed to be graded. There was no utilities out here. There was invasive species everywhere. And these ladies, along with some of our other flocks, dramatically improved this pasture and really made it what it is today. And we're just so thankful for them. We finally got a little shower on this ryegrass, so I think once these tulips start blooming, oh, it's gonna be beautiful. What you got there, Tomcat?
Okay. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.